Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum guys. I'm Safeena and today my topic is sodium potassium pump. So we will discuss sodium potassium pump. Now what is sodium potassium pump? The sodium potassium pump is an enzyme found in the membrane of all animal cells. It performs several functions in cell physiology. The sodium potassium ATPase enzyme is active for every ATP molecule that the pump uses. 3 sodium ions are exported and 2 potassium ions are imported. How does it work? The sodium-potassium pump system moves sodium and potassium ion against large concentration gradient. It moves 2 potassium ion into the cells where potassium levels are high and pumps 3 potassium ions out of the cell and into the extracellular fluid. Active transport is the energy requiring process of pumping molecules and ion across membrane uphill against a concentration gradient. To move these molecules against their concentration gradient, a carrier protein is needed. Carrier protein can work with the concentration gradient during passive transport, but some carrier protein can move solute against the concentration gradient from low concentration to high concentration with the input of energy. In active transport, a carrier protein are used to move materials against their concentration gradient. These proteins are known as pumps. As in other types of cellular activities, ATP supplies the energy for most active transport. One way ATP power active transport is by transferring a phosphate group directly to a carrier protein. This may cause the carrier protein to change its shape, which move the molecule or ion to the other side of the membrane. An example of this type of active transport system is shown in the figure below, which exchange sodium ion for potassium ion across the plasma membrane of animal cells. The sodium-potassium pump binds 3 sodium ion and a molecule of ATP as shown in the figure. The splitting of ATP provides energy to change the shape of the channel. The sodium ions are driven through the channel. The sodium ions are released to the outside of the membrane and the new shape of the channel allows 2 potassium ions to bind. Release of phosphate allows the channel to revert to its original form, releasing the potassium ion on the inside of the membrane. For example, sodium-potassium pumps and neuron. At rest, sodium-potassium pumps and a neuron membrane keep a higher concentration of sodium ion out of the cell and a higher concentration of potassium ion inside, creating a voltage difference called the resisting potential. When an impulse moves down an axon, sodium ion rush into the cell, creating a reversal in voltage called an action potential. So this is the end of our topic. Thank you for watching.